Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another episode of the NFL. But fuck me, I do too many of the. And it's Josh is here, so it's F1, Reading, whatever NFL podcast. Today we are going to be doing a review instead of doing a live stream that we were going to normally do on Twitter. We're now going to do it. I think he's really enjoying that cup of tea. We're going to be doing a review with Ellie. We've got a breaking news at the end of this podcast.
Words.
Yeah, they're not happening today, are they? Just not working. So at the end of the podcast today, we're going to do a breaking news, a big news moving forward. So go.
See, normally we record these Normally we will. Normally we record these about 5, 6, 7 o'clock ish. But I've been very busy in the evenings recently, so we've had to record this one in the morning, and yeah, that's why I'm downing a cup of tea.
This is it's currently, and I will be very honest with you when we record this. It's 12:05 our time, and I've already done a call this morning, which is leading to the breaking news at the end of the call, at the end of the podcast today, already today, and just. Brain is not functioning. I think I'm still tired. I'm still waking up.
Wait, have we got 2 breaking news or 1 breaking news?
Got one, I think. I don't know what the other one would be.
I'll text you about the one.
All right.
Keep going.
Yeah, okay, so, right, let's get into it. We've done 5 minutes of me just... Anyway, don't forget, down below in the description is a link to all of our social media pages where you could go check out all the podcasts we do, all the social media pages we do for each podcast as well. Okay. I get what you mean. So we're going to be doing that. So that's down below. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a subscribe button up the top. Don't forget to go and click the subscribe button, click the bell next to it to get instant notification. And if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Soundcloud, don't forget to click that follow button where you will get a notification from that app to let you know when we are live. I'm still tired.
As well. Description. All our links in the description.
I did that at the beginning. This is how much you were paying attention.
I was having a cup of tea.
And you were texting as well. Yes, we'll do both. What you text. So yes, both. So we've got 2. Actually,
I told you.
We'll do one now. So in the very, very soon, in the next week or so, we will be releasing a Discord channel where what we will be doing on there is I'm trying to plan it out so there is a base for each team in the NFL. So you guys from the US or the UK can come together and talk all things NFL. We will be doing that. We'll be setting up chats. We will have an open chat as well, so all fans can come together, banter each other. If it gets too much, I will ban you because I have power.
The only reason I'm here, I'm the brains of the operation.
Skywalker. That is such a. I can only do that voice with Skywalker. It's quite a good voice.
A bit nasally.
It is a bit. It's got A fever. He's got A fever. That's why. So we've got that. We'll do another big breaking news at the end as well. So a Discord will be coming. You will see it on our Twitter page and our Instagram page when it's fully up and ready to go. We will release it on the TikTok. Renegade. With my dancing skills better than Addison Rae and Charlie D'Amelio. And Dixie D'Amelio doesn't dance; she just tries to sing.
He sings, yeah.
Quite a good song, actually. Really depressing. It's quite good. It's quite catchy. I'd give her that. Anyway, enough of my TikTok
shenanigans.
Yeah, that place. Let's get into it. Where should we go first? AFC or NFC?
We will go. What did we agree on? NFC first, didn't we? Was it?
Yeah, we did.
NFC first. I think we agreed on, didn't we?
All right, let's go on NFC. So this game comes as a bit of a shock, I think, to myself with how it ended.
Everyone, or not everyone, but a majority of people.
Everyone that was rooting for Packers or actually had a brain cell thought the Packers were going to win this. Really did think we're going to win this. I thought there was no chance, but if we look at the stats, it amazes me. So Tom Brady in that game, threw 36 times, completed 20 of them for 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and he got 1 sack. Just amazing. But the 3 interceptions all come in 1 quarter.
1 quarter.
And in that one of those 3 interceptions, Green Bay come away with 6 points, which is just awful. Aaron Rodgers.
I said this yesterday when we were discussing it. How have you not picked up more than 6? You need to pick up 14 points there.
It's just because if you look at Aaron Rodgers' stats, 33 out of 48, 346 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, but he got sacked 5 times.
See.
And I think I saw a stat as well that Tom Brady got pressured 5 times the whole match. Aaron Rodgers got pressured 24 times. Like, the O-line for Green Bay just did not turn up.
They didn't do
and
it.
The O-line
they were just there to make up the numbers.
Yeah, it literally just felt like that. And it felt like they were not helping, especially with the game that they had against the Rams, where their O-line turned up and bossed it, especially against the Rams, against Julian Ramsey and Donald as well, who Donald probably is one of the best defensive tacklers in the league, in my opinion. So for them not to sort of go missing in that game as well, and that throw on 4th down just before the half for Tom Brady, where they took it, they were going for a field goal. It seemed like they were going for a field goal, and then the coaches and everyone went, "Hold on, we've got Tom fucking Brady.
We got Tom Brady as court. We've got literally one of the GOATs at quarterback. Just lob the fucking thing."
Yeah, it's literally what it felt like. They went, "We've got Tom Brady. Why are we not throwing? Why are we not giving this a go?" And then they went,
"We'll throw."
And then they did and got a touchdown out of it.
It's these split last-second decisions that win you games.
It is. And it amazed me. Even the dog thinks it was an amazing throw as well, with how much it's barking. It knew the GOAT was going to get it on there as well. But another talking point.
Yeah, sorry, I've got a new puppy. So
no, that's fine. Don't bother me. So Tampa Bay as well rushed for 76 yards, got 1 touchdown. Green Bay rushed for 67 yards and got no touchdowns. Okay. So their rushing game was just not happening.
It's quite funny. Well, I mean, they did carry the ball less times, averaging more yards. But
nothing come out.
Nothing. All their runs didn't go deep at any point. Nowhere didn't go long once. Well, they did. They went.
No, the longest they went for their rushing was 12 yards.
Yeah.
And the longest Tampa Bay went was 20.
20. So nothing went. You didn't get one of those Hail Mary-esque runs where he just runs and goes and goes. And sometimes you just need that option, which neither team really seemed to unlock.
Do you know what the funniest thing was? And we're going to combine it both. Before we get into what I find quite funny, Ellie, I'm going to go to you. How did Tampa Bay bottle this? And what made Tampa Bay? How did Green Bay bottle this?
How did Green Bay bottle it?
How did Green Bay bottle this? And how did Tampa Bay come away with the absolute massive W in there and become the first team ever to host a Super Bowl game at their home ground? First time ever. Early.
Yo. Okay, so first, Green Bay versus Tampa Bay. That game didn't go at all. Oh, those are some scary eyes. That game didn't go at all how I thought it was gonna go. I mean, I'm not complaining because I think Aaron Rodgers is the worst person in the whole world. Actually, no, he sucks. But no, holy crap! I think the game totally went wrong because Aaron Rodgers wasn't making as many completions as he usually does. I don't think it was very good. And it also doesn't help that their defense wasn't on point. They usually have one of the top defenses, but it was not on point. Brady outplayed him on most aspect. I mean, they scored in the first opening drive. It was 6 plays and they scored. But But no, I'm very pleased with the outcome. And hopefully, No, I'm pleased with the outcome. And Devontae Adams didn't have a good game. Gronkowski had a good game. It was just very... Tampa Bay was very ready to play the game. Green Bay was not.
Perfect. See, that's why we have her on the podcast. She knows her shit. And she's American, so it sounds better. Well, not as good as us, but it sounds better.
Yeah, but no one can beat a British accent.
No. And according to Americans, we sound posh.
Yeah, we do. She always makes fun of my accent. It's not fair. It's just not fair.
But we will come to that at the end of the podcast. Ooh, tease.
Tease.
I am a strip tease.
Oh, please no. Please no.
That's just wrong. So the one talking point I really want to go on about is the 4th and goal, where they decided to go for a kick, a field goal, instead of keeping it in Aaron Rodgers' hands. I was watching the Pat McAfee show. If you guys want to watch it, go and watch it on YouTube. It's 5:00 GMT time for 3 hours, and it's on while he's live in the US on Sirius XM on there as well. And he puts it on YouTube so everyone around the world can watch it, and I watch it. And it's Aaron Rodgers Thursday, and they didn't know if he was going to turn up because of the game, but he texts 2 minutes before going, ready. I'm ready to go live, and he went live, and he seemed very dejected. He seemed very annoyed, which very much so. Very much talk of him leaving, but he just squashed them, saying, "I never said I wanted to leave. I haven't told anyone I wanted to leave. I just went in there yesterday to get it all sorted." And he said, "It wasn't my control. I didn't have a choice of making it 4th and goal to go for a field goal. I can't go on there and go, no, I disagree with that. I have to do what my coaches tell me to do."
Yeah.
And the one thing that annoyed me with that is it's Aaron Rodgers. He's going to he may become next week or the week after, Saturday, the day before the end of the Super Bowl, they do the awards. And I really do think he will probably be named MVP. It should be named MVP, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Of the season. Him or Patrick Mahomes will definitely...
I would say, do you not think Mahomes...
It might be Mahomes, but I feel like Rodgers, what he's done for a team, has done more than Mahomes has done.
But it's the whole point of, how sometimes they give MVP of where teams are instead of...
Yeah, it's one of those. I think if it was voted by the people right now, Rodgers would win it.
But because Kansas City, which we'll get onto, are now in the Super Bowl.
But I want to talk about this stat, which amazed me. Tom Brady has appeared in 18% in all-time Super Bowls. And another stat that is even more impressive. Since he started in the NFL, Tom Brady would have appeared, if he starts next Sunday,
which he probably will.
He will have appeared in 48% of Super Bowls since he's been in there, which he's going for his 7th ring.
First time if he wins it as well, it'll be the first time he's won for being a wild card, won't it?
Yeah. Amazing. I saw lots of people saying he would never do it. The AFC is a much easier division than the NFC. He would never be able to do it in the NFC. He went from the AFC with New England, built the biggest dynasty, probably in sport history, maybe up there with Manchester United's Sir Alex Ferguson era. And he's gone over to the NFC and gone.
And what?
Piece of piss. Amazing. It's amazing how...
when sometimes people move just to be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Looking back at it, that's kind of what he's done. He's just gone there to be like, fuck you.
Yeah. He's done that. He's done, you don't think I can do it? All right, I'll prove you I can. And they invested a lot of money as well in cap space and with it and everything like that. The Glaziers have in Tampa Bay as well, which I still can't get over. The Glaziers are the owners of Tampa Bay. Anyway, especially with how they're loved in Tampa Bay and hated in Manchester. Just amazing. But it's one of those things where whatever they've done this year is just unbelievable, and I'm excited to see that. But let's get on to into the NFC.
The AFC.
Um,
So obviously in the AFC, Kansas City versus the Buffalo Bills. We'll go through some stats now of Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and their rushing. We'll go to you, Mark, on their stats.
It's ridiculous. We all were thinking that Josh Allen was going to maybe outperform Mahomes, with Mahomes being just coming off the concussion protocol, and because
as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and because of his turf toe, I think they've called it. But the stats prove how much Mahomes was in charge of this, with Josh Allen doing 28 out of 48, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, got sacked 4 times. Patrick Mahomes, 29 out of 38, 325 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 1 sack. Kansas City rushed for 114 yards compared to the rushing of the Bills for 129 yards. And Kansas City have 2 touchdowns compared to the Bills, 0 rushing. And the longest that Kansas City went for was 50 yards. The longest the Bills went was 18, which just goes to show. And with the 4 sacks from the KC defense and the only 1 sack that the Bills just really got to go to show the difference in the O-line as well. You could tell that both of the games was all about the defense and the O-line, of how it was going to help their quarterback. And the O-line for the Kansas City just turned up and said, well, we're never letting that happen to what happened last week to Mahomes again, that we need to protect him more, and they stepped up and did it. All the talk of Josh Allen being MVP, no, I wouldn't say he was. I think he's a very good quarterback. I think he's done very well this year. But being MVP, not at all, because he's had 2 absolutely shit years and he's had 1 very good year. Is this the year where it just went right? Is it a fluke year?
Is it that year to push him on, though, maybe?
Maybe. But as a Miami Dolphins fan, we don't like the Bills, and I'm saying that it was a fluke. But in taking my Miami Dolphins hat off, I say he did very well. He's a very good quarterback. But Stephon Diggs and Derek Singletary single-handedly got Allen to where he is now. Mahomes had Kelsey, he had Hill, he had anyone that was able to catch a ball on there, and Hill absolutely demolished them for pace, for speed, for just anything. Just destroyed them. And fair play to Bills for turning up and giving it a good go. But
that's like at the end of the football season, and you get the participation trophy.
It's basically what they should get. Is a participation.
You turned up well done.
Do you know what the scary thing about that? Before we get to the scary thing, Ellie, I'm going to go to you before we go on to anything else. I'll put my fucking on a mute so you don't hear the fucking ding in. It's annoying me. Ellie, go to you. We all know you're a Josh Allen fan and you love a bit of Josh Allen. Seems a bit of a Josh. You've got a thing for a Josh. But what went wrong for the Bills, and how did KC pull this out?
Okay, so the AFC Championship, Kansas City versus Buffalo. Josh Allen, the love of my life. He's not the love of my life, but he's close. No, he just didn't have a very good game. I mean, he had like 300 yards, but it just wasn't. He got sacked like 4 times, and Patrick Mahomes is just so good. And Travis Kelce, oh my God, Travis Kelce and what's the other guy's name? I'm totally spacing. Tyreek Hill, bro. Tyreek Hill, they're just so good. I feel like if you take them away and give them to, like, say you give them to Brady, Brady would be just as good as Mahomes. Gave them to Rodgers, they would be just as good. Give it to Sean Watson, they'd be just as good. But Kelce and Hill were very good considering Mahomes was like injured, and I mean Josh Allen. But Stephon Diggs had a good game. I don't know, just wasn't their day. But we'll just give Josh Allen's like what, 2nd year in the NFL? Just give it time and it'll all be good.
Perfect. Thank you ever so much, Eddie. Special breaking news very soon. Fuck knows what that was. But do you know what's scary? The scariest thing the most is Mahomes beat a very good team with 1 foot.
1 foot, yeah. Imagine he's fully fit, or he should be fully fit next weekend.
Yeah, they're saying he should have fully recovered by the time the Super Bowl comes around. And at the moment, we're not making any predictions on here yet. We will do the predictions next week, which slowly goes into our breaking news.
Insert Jim White here.
So, breaking news. Ellie. Breaking news. Ellie will be appearing firsthand, without doing the pre-recorded and editing, on the podcast next week. We had a chat this morning. We record this the day before. This is Wednesday. Yeah, the day before. So for you guys, Wednesday morning, we had a chat with her. We've come up with some ideas and some stuff that we're going to be doing moving forward. She has agreed to become a full-time NFL podcaster. She will be taking control of some of the social media.
To call it.
Huh?
Pundit, as you like to call it.
Actually, that's a good idea. She's become an NFL pundit from now. She's also going to be taking charge of some of the NFL Twitter page as well. So she'll be moving that forward. Josh is going to be becoming more of a backroom staff and helping on the front as well, where he's going to be on-screen presence and helping us all glue it together. And when we start getting off track, bring us back in. And running the Discord channel as well for it. But if there's any questions you guys want to ask us on any of those fronts, don't forget to tweet us or comment on Instagram or DM us on Instagram or wherever you want. And I'm happy to have a chat or conversation with any of you. So, yeah, but I think that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, done in quite about half an hour.
Yeah.
So next week, I'm going to do the outro now. Next week, we will be building up, doing our predictions, and all sort of new shenanigans with Eddie here as well. Ready for the. Do
you think she's going to be able to handle the shenanigans we do?
No, not a chance. She's American. She won't understand the banter. And I know she'll watch this, so have that.
It's going to be interesting to see how because we have our own little thing that we
do. Yeah. Mark basically just tries to make people feel as uncomfortable as humanly possible to see if they can stand it. And
to be fair, I made her feel quite uncomfortable today, and she handled it. So she's got good sense.
Yeah, but we did this. We started this at 11:30.
Yeah,
and I was half asleep. I need a cup of tea to wake up. This is just how I function, by the way. I need a cup of tea, and I hadn't had it, so I just sat there. So she hasn't seen me fully have banter with Mark yet. So this could be interesting.
She hasn't seen us go full throttle.
Yeah. We were sat in third gear earlier.
I wouldn't even say that. I'd say second.
Seconds, maybe.
That was quite tame for us. So yeah, so we're very excited to have her on. We've got lots of plans. Don't forget, this Saturday on the NFL Network, around about 5-6 o'clock, is the Senior Pro Bowl, which is basically they've turned that into some sort of combine because they're not doing a combine this year for the draft. So I'm very excited to watch that. See some of the picks that Miami could be going for, looking at some of the wide receivers and the running backs to see the QBs that are going to be there as well, see what they're going to be like, and it's going to be interesting to have a little watch. I think that's Saturday around about 5-6 o'clock UK time as well. So excited for that. Very excited. So,
what are you hoping for from the draft?
I'm hoping that Miami get we've got a third pick of the draft in the first round. So I'm hoping for a wide receiver or a running back. I see that Smith from Alabama. He got the Heisman Trophy, the first running back in 30 years to get the Heisman Trophy. There's also the other Heisman Trophy winner from a few years ago with a wide receiver. I can't remember his name now. But he was at Alabama, or he was at somewhere before, and he knows They seem to be building the team around Tua. So I'm hoping that they go for. There's no wide receivers that were any good. DeAndre Parker was the only wide receiver we had that was goodish, but he didn't really do that well. Thomas Kelsey, or Mike Kelsey, sorry, who is it's not even Kelsey. He fucking plays for Kansas City. The tight end that plays for I can't fucking remember. Gelk? I can't remember. I can't say his name. He's the tight end for Miami. They seem to target him quite a lot because there wasn't much open. So I'm hoping for more of a running game, more wide receivers. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see how
that
we go.
Alternative option, basically.
Yeah, we need more options. He hasn't got enough options at the moment, and the options he's got are not good enough, especially with Tua. So, and they seem to be building coaches, bringing coaches in that are helping to progress Tua. So, I'm hoping Tua gets it. Let's hope Tua gets it. But yeah. But yeah, right. Let's go. We will talk more about the draft coming up as well with Ellie as G Chicago, and they need a fucking quarterback.
So
they just can't do without one anymore. So we're going to discuss that. We're going to do more about the draft, do more about the Super Bowl. We will do a war show as well. We got a lot planned, a lot coming up, a lot of stuff to do through the off season.
We got about a month's worth of content almost.
Yeah, then we need to make another 6 months of it because it's so fucking long. But we will definitely bring you weekly stuff, even if it's just us talking shit. And some of them
from NFL to just waffles.
Yes,
complete waffling podcast.
Yes, it will turn into that at some point. But yeah, all peace, love, and care. We will see you guys next week.
Next week for our Super Bowl build-up.
Oh, I'm quite excited for this.
And Ellie will finally be with us, and it will be 5:30 her time.
She's mental.
Weirdo. Complete weirdo.
Absolute mental. Right. Bye.
Bye.